So you have a new Avengers script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this one starts off with the Avengers doing some super awesome murders. Oh, it does?
Murders.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 10 solid minutes of the Avengers murdering and cracking jokes and murdering and cracking jokes. That is so cool. Yeah. And how are the Avengers getting along without Tony? Oh, well, he's right there with them. Didn't he kind of retire at the end of Iron Man 3? Yeah, that's right. So what explanation are we giving for his return? None. Whatsoever. Huh. So what's the movie about? Well, it's called Age of Ultron. Oh, Age of Ultron? So this takes place over several years? Yeah, no, just a couple of days. Oh, do you know what the word age means? I do not. It's a tough word. Yeah, sounds cool though.
Not.
Age of Ultron. It does sound cool. So anyway, using Loki's scepter, Iron Man wants to create an AI called Ultron that can achieve peace in our time. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but then Ultron understands his purpose as, oh, I need to murder everyone. Whoopsie. So Ultron attacks the Avengers while they're getting drunk and then escapes through the internet. He escapes through the internet. Yeah, so now he has access to every system on Earth except nukes. Oh, that's cool. So what's his plan? Is he gonna like take down the electrical grid? Nope. Something with the water supply? Nuh-uh. Air traffic control? Nope. All of the Avengers' super advanced technology? No, those sound like good ideas, but what he really plans on doing is making a city fly and throwing it down to Earth. Oh, you'd think a genius AI would be able to think of a better plan than that. You'd think so, but he's really into the city throwing idea. Interesting. So anyway, Ultron is this super scary, super intimidating robot. You should have him crack jokes like Loki. What? People love Loki. Yeah, but why would a robot crack jokes? So he could be more like Loki. Okay, but people love Loki. Oh, is this so you can sell Ultron toys to kids? Maybe. We sold a lot of Loki toys. Well, why didn't you say so? The movie's already a big commercial anyway.
Yeah.
I love you so much. Oh, stop. What kind of commercials are we talking? Well, for example, the Hulk listens to music to calm down, right? Okay. On his wireless Beats by Dre headphones. Oh, awesome. That's a product. Or like Hawkeye and Black Widow drive around, right? Yeah. In a brand new state-of-the-art Audi. That's amazing. That's a product. We also find out what Iron Man likes to wear under his armor. Any idea what brand he wears under his armor? No idea. He wears Under Armour under his armor. You just blew my mind. That's a product. And the movie's not just a commercial for products, it's also a commercial for movies. What other movies? Our future movies. How'd you do that? Well, we're introducing this character named Scarlet Witch that gives people visions. Okay. And so she gives Thor a vision that's a setup for Thor 3. Wow. And she gives Tony a vision that's a setup for Avengers 3. I love it. So what else happens in the movie? Well, after the witch gives people a bunch of visions, she makes the Hulk go crazy, and so Tony has to stop him. How does he manage that? He developed this new super powerful Hulkbuster armor, and so they just destroy a bunch of buildings. Oh, Tony has a suit upgrade, huh? I bet that'll come in handy against Ultron. Yeah, no, he's only gonna use it once. Oh, so anyway, then they all go hide out with Hawkeye's family. What happens there? Well, Natasha and Bruce have a long conversation about how they should have showered together. What? Yeah, they're in love now.
What?
Oh, they are. Yeah, I decided that would be a thing. Cute. And then Thor pieces out because he had a bad dream. And then Nick Fury secretly hides out in a barn to surprise Tony, even though he meets with everyone minutes later and had no reason to hide. Dramatic entrance, I guess? Yeah, let's go with that. And what does Thor go off and do? He goes to take a bath with Eric Selvig. Oh, kinky. No, he jumps into a dream puddle and learns about Infinity Stones. Oh, is that a commercial? Commercial for an upcoming movie, that's right. I love it. So anyway, Ultron tries to put himself in a body type thing, but then the Avengers steal it. Oh, they do? Yeah, and then Tony convinces Bruce that they have to do the exact same thing they did with Ultron again. He wants them to redo the thing that created a death robot. That's right. God, is it gonna be hard to convince Bruce to do it? No, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Really? Yeah, he basically says that they're both monsters, and for some reason that convinces him. That was easy. Anyway, so they do the thing again, but this time Thor hits it with some lightning, and that creates a really nice dude named Vision somehow. It's crazy how science works, isn't it? Yeah, I literally don't understand it. Me neither. Also, Ultron is gonna kidnap Black Widow. He's gonna kidnap her. Why wouldn't he just kill her? I don't know, I guess to lure the Avengers over? Wouldn't they have gone anyway if Ultron is lifting a city into the sky? Yeah, you'd hope so. So how does the movie end? Well, you know how in the first Avengers we had them fighting like a generic army of aliens? Yeah. Well, this time we're gonna switch things up a bit. Oh yeah? Now it's gonna be a generic army of robots. Very cool. Also, one of the Avengers is gonna die. What? Which one? Quicksilver. Oh, I don't even know who that is. Yeah, we only introduce him in this movie. I'm not sure that he's actually an Avenger. How does he die? Well, Hawkeye is about to get shot, so Quicksilver uses his super speed to stand in front of the bullets. He has super speed? That's right. Why doesn't he use that to get them out of the way instead of stepping in front of bullets? I don't know. Plus, there's a huge huge scene earlier where he moves a bunch of people out of the way of a moving train. So he dies. Yeah, and also Tony, Thor, and Vision are all hitting Ultron at the same time, and he starts to die. Amazing. And then they all stop and let him get away. Why? I don't know, but Scarlet Witch kills him later. Well, good. And then in a mid-credit scene, we're gonna have Thanos show up. Oh, what does he do? He puts on the Infinity Gauntlet and he's like, fine, I'll do it myself. What's he talking about? Getting the Infinity Stones. Was Ultron trying to get him Infinity Stones? Nope. So what's he talking about? Getting the Infinity Stones. But that line doesn't make sense in the context of this movie. Yeah, but he wants them. But what's he talking about? Getting the Infinity Stones. Never mind. Anyway, so Tony retires from being Iron Man again. Oh, but he'll be back, right? No, this time he's retiring for real. He's never putting that suit on again.
Before we get to the honest trailer, I have to say though, this is the first pitch meeting where I've heard a discrepancy in a movie based on his pitch. He says that Scarlet Witch goes and kills Ultron later, but it wasn't Scarlet Witch, it was Vision, right? Yeah, it was Vision. It was Vision. So discrepancy alert. Just had to point that out. I wasn't expecting that because he's normally on point, but really funny pitch meeting. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, considering Age of Ultron is a very divisive movie, but very funny pitch meeting. Let's see what honest trailer has in store.
After the mind-blowing success of the Avengers, the game-changing thrills of the Winter Soldier, and the unexpected surprise of Guardians of the Galaxy, you thought there was no way the next Avengers could live up to the hype. You were right. Avengers: Age of Ultron. I mean, it's definitely good, just not great. You know what I mean? Like, certainly enjoyable, but, you know, oh man, we're gonna catch hell for this, aren't we? When the Mandarin seemingly killed Iron Man and took the president hostage, the Avengers didn't assemble. When Malekith almost destroyed the universe, the Avengers didn't assemble. And when a terrorist organization infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and came just seconds away from killing millions, the Avengers still didn't assemble. But when a remote Hydra base might be hiding something, every single Avenger is assembling all up in his business.
Every single.
For even more group shots. Hey, does that mean we can finally stop using this one? Joss Whedon is back at the helm and more beat down than ever.
In the second one, the job just got harder. Oh, I have all these restrictions, but I also have all these guidelines.
As he does his best to meet our unrealistic nerd expectations and tries to make a standalone sequel as good as Empire Strikes Back or Godfather 2 that also sets up Civil War.
Every time someone tries to win a war before it starts, innocent people die.
And sets up Infinity War.
The Mind Stone is the fourth of the Infinity Stones to show up in the last few years.
And sets up Thor Ragnarok.
We are all dead. Can you not see him?
And sets up Black Panther.
Wakanda, Wakanda.
And fits in Disney corporate cross promotions.
Strings, so have fun.
In a juggling act so insanely difficult, he turned down the sequel, quit Twitter, and doesn't have any new films in development. Guys, I think we just broke Joss Whedon. He needs a hug. Experience the movie equivalent of emptying out your entire toy box and smashing all your action figures into each other as the Avengers roster bloats even further with Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver, who for some reason are never called Vision, Scarlet Witch, or Quicksilver. One is a lame Russian knockoff of the X-Men that Fox did way better. One has hand-wavy mind control powers and can also stop trains. And the other is a beam-shooting 3D printed vibranium robot, plus Jarvis, plus the Mind Stone, who can fly and makes capes? What? Can one of you guys explain Vision to me? I have no idea who or what he is. You've seen great Marvel movie villains like Loki and... No, definitely not. Not even close. Guess it's still just Loki. Now, get ready for another generically evil one-off villain who hates the Avengers for reasons, with an overcomplicated plot to evolve and or destroy the world by turning an Eastern European city into a meteor?
Not a great plan.
You've been waiting for years to see your heroes come together again. Now watch them fight for limited screen time. Full of rushed side plots like Black Widow's Black Swan School, Thor's Magic Jacuzzi,
the water spirits accept me, I can return to my dream.
Captain America's old party thing.
Thing.
And the most out-of-left-field love story since Spock and Uhura.
Thank you.
But don't worry, there's still plenty of time left over for your least favorite Avenger to become your third or fourth least favorite Avenger. Aw, Hawkeye, good for you. We like you now. Get ready for everything you loved about the first Avengers movie all over again. Mind control. Again. Looking for Loki's scepter. Again. A Thanos tease. Again. A final showdown against a faceless army with a ticking clock. Again. And tons of crypts.
Well, I'm decrypting nuclear codes, and you don't want me to.
The guy's multiplying faster than a Catholic rabbit.
We won't hold it against you if you can't get it up. And he did a Banksy at the crime scene.
With the benefit of hindsight.
Stop quipping.
It's good talk.
I didn't say you could leave.
You're all not worthy.
Language. Son of a bitch.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
You and Banner better not be playing hide the zucchini.
Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
You beat me by 1 second.
Oh, man, these things are going to be insufferable when Ant-Man and Star-Lord show up. Starring Mr. Rogers, Hank Pym, Beats by Bruce. Good luck finding her action figure, Archer, Farm and Furious. So that's what Andy Serkis looks like. Resting witch face, the quick and the dead, CGI bombs, Super Siri, Skynet, and the new Avengers. Yay? Avengers, roughly 1 week of Ultron.
Really?
I'm calling it. The SHIELD helicarrier will become the MCU's Eagles.
The Eagles are coming!
All right, now, this honest trailer was legit. For me, it was legit. The Guardians of the Galaxy first one was really, 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 really funny. But this, I don't know, this might take the cake for me for honest trailers so far. After Earth was still one of the best, but as far as these MCU ones, this was pretty hilarious. I liked how it kind of spoke to everything that culminated into Avengers Age of Ultron, because there was a lot of different things I was expecting. And Honest Trailer does a really good job of speaking to, hey, the Avengers didn't show up for this. They didn't show up for this. But they do show up for this. And then it's kind of like, okay, this doesn't seem like it measures up to, the president being kidnapped or the world almost ending in Thor: The Dark World as far as reality and all that kind of stuff. So it's funny just to think of, this is what brought them together. This, maybe Loki's scepter being at this base. I don't know. But both, I feel, did a good job of saying that, hey, Ultron's really just trying to be another Loki, and it didn't work out. James Spader does a really good job in the role, but it kind of fell flat for me, just in the grand scheme of it. I felt like they should have gone about Ultron differently, like they have in the comics or even some of the cartoons. Like they never really beat him. They never truly beat him. He always comes back in some form or fashion. So that would have been cool if they did that here. Overall, I think the Honest trailer for me felt more well-rounded than the pitch meeting. The pitch meeting hit on some of the same beats as far as this movie being a commercial for other movies and also products. I also like the comparison of all the villains, like for trying to say that, Loki is essentially the best villain so far, which again, to me, Killmonger is one of the best, but he's still there. So he's the best guy's own show, which is kind of awesome. I'm going to check that out. Now, Pitch Meeting did a really good one with Quicksilver, though, just saying how he ran to get in front of the bullets before Hawkeye got killed. And there was a scene before that of him moving people from a train that's coming by very quickly. He could have just done the same thing. I always thought that, like, why did he sacrifice himself in that way? It was just weird. And because he shows up in this movie, it's like, and he's off in this movie, it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I wasn't connected to it in any way. Biggest gripe I have with this one, I feel like Honest Trailer hit it the most, was Hawkeye. Hawkeye is definitely the lowest tier character for me when it comes to these movies. Black Widow's way above him, and she's even above some other characters for me. But I feel like they really try their best to make Jeremy Renner happy by giving him more screen time and more background on his character of Hawkeye. And honestly, for me, I did not care at all. It's got a couple of cool scenes between Cap and Tony, and that's setting up Captain America Civil War. And then also between Tony and Nick Fury. So I thought that was kind of cool. But overall, they could have just done something different. I didn't care for it. And it was blatantly obvious that they were trying to make Hawkeye more of a relevant character that you would like a little bit more. For me, it didn't really work. It is a fun movie, but it's not very focused. I was telling someone earlier last week, it's not very focused, and I feel like it's a little bit all over the place, and you can feel that. Again, for me, Ultron should be a villain that you never really truly beat. You can always just, hide the internet and just try to travel and do what he wants to do, and then he shows up eventually and kind of surprises him. I would have liked to have seen that, to know that he's out there and could still be a threat at any point in anyone's movie. maybe not the main villain, but he could be helping other villains and things like that. So, but again, those are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of this pitch meeting and honest trailer? Which one do you pick? Look for a poll where you can vote on your favorite. Again, I think I might have to give this one an honest trailer because I felt like it was more well-rounded. Both were very, very funny. I might have to give this one an honest trailer. So that's just my 2 pieces. Let me know what you think. Also, if you're subscribed to the channel, thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm having fun doing this, and I hope you're having fun watching these videos with me. And anything else you want me to watch, let me know. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. You're already watching, you're probably not subscribed, and most of my views come from non-subscribers, so I would just really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and join the On My Mind crew. You won't regret it. And you can also give, again, suggestions on things you want me to watch. Lastly, before you go, don't leave just yet. You can check out some of our other versus reactions between honest trailers and pitch meetings. And, you can still vote on those. I still respond to those comments that are left on those videos and any video that you watch on my channel. You can also watch the most recent versus reaction, which was for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And you already saw earlier in the video, pitch meeting won that one by a large margin. So go ahead and vote on this one. And if you've seen all that already, then I'll see you right now in the comments.